NetherRealm Studios, the creators of Mortal Kombat and Injustice, are some of the most legendary developers in fighting games. Every time they launch something new, the community explodes with hype, speculation, and endless wish lists. But what should their next project be? Today, that's what we're talking about. The top 5 possibilities on their next game that they're releasing. The 5 games I'm going to list off are in order of least likely to most likely. So starting at number 5 is the least likely thing, but I still have hope, so we're going to talk about it. Coming at number 5 is a horror fighting game, aka horror combat, baby. Listen, NetherRealm has mastered violence and cinematic fights in their games, so why not take a cinematic horror movie, add them into a fighting game, NetherRealm make that fighting game, and it's a win-win. I mean, we already got a bunch of horror characters showing up in previous MK games. We recently got Ghostface in Mortal Kombat 1, we got Jason in Mortal Kombat X, Freddy Krueger in MK9, Leatherface, we got Predator, Alien. The horror character and the horror genre just makes so much sense in the Mortal Kombat universe because there's so much blood in the horror movies. It just works hand in hand, and that's why, maybe I'm just biased, but I feel like most, if not all, the horror characters that join the Mortal Kombat roster does the best in terms of popularity because they just fit so well in that universe. Listen, I know getting all these licenses for the characters could be a nightmare. See what I did there? No? Okay. If there was anyone that was able to do it, it would be NetherRealm Studios. Don't forget, NetherRealm is not only known for making Mortal Kombat, they're known for making some of the most cinematic story experiences out there for a fighting game. So just imagine you playing a story, a full-on story with all these iconic horror characters. What story would that be? I still think you put Ash Williams as the main guy and have him explore all the different worlds, and he takes on the horror icons. That's just a rough idea, but just imagine the possibilities. You love watching horror movies, why don't you play through this horror movie? Sign me up. This idea just came to the top of my head right now, but imagine they brought back the crypt in horror combat, and you can go through different realms for each of the horror characters. So like for Jason, you can make your character go to Camp Crystal Lake, and you can unlock skins for Jason that way. You can maybe see behind the scenes, the motion capture, all that cool stuff. It'd be so sick, all right? I've been asking for a horror combat for so long. Just please make it happen. And now that Netflix apparently bought Warner Brothers, maybe we can get characters from the Netflix universe into this game as well, like Vecna, all right? Or Demogorgons. I don't even care. Give me Hopper in this game. I don't care. NetherRealm has been doing a lot of Mortal Kombat in the past several years. We got Injustice sprinkled here and there. If NetherRealm wants to spread their wings and fly and try something brand new, but still be kind of in their realm, a horror combat game would be so awesome. And I think the fans would lose their minds. Speaking of Vecna and Netflix buying Warner Brothers, this comes in at number 4, a Mortal Kombat Netflix game. Netflix, if you guys don't know, surprisingly, they actually have some games that you can play. Most of it is just ports, like really bad ports or like mobile games. Now that Netflix bought Warner Brothers, apparently they didn't even care or even think about the gaming division of Warner Brothers when they made the big giant deal. They just thought about the movies. This was an afterthought, so they're like, oh wait, we have a game division now too? How about you, NetherRealm Studios, why don't you make us a Mortal Kombat game? Yeah, you guys do Mortal Kombat, right? Why don't you guys make a Mortal Kombat game for a Netflix app? So like a Mortal Kombat mobile on the Netflix app. Yeah. I don't really want this to happen, but I could see it happening. And this would attract more casual audiences that don't have, you know, consoles or PCs, and they have the Netflix app to be like, oh, shoot, I know Mortal Kombat. There's a Mortal Kombat game I can play right here on my Netflix app. How about Netflix and chill and also rip your spine out in the Netflix app version of Mortal Kombat? And I can also see them doing, oh, download this Netflix Mortal Kombat version app and you can play as exclusive Stranger Things characters or like Squid Game characters or, you know, whatever Netflix exclusive properties are. An MK Netflix game, I personally would not care for it. Would I try it out? Yes, but I'd rather have other games like this next one. Coming in at number Trace is a game that I feel like is long overdue, and the fans all around the globe has been asking for this, and that is a Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks remaster / Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks 2. NetherRealm knows that the fans have been asking for a Shaolin Monks sequel or a remaster for so long. They know, obviously, it is a risk for them to do this, because they could use all their time and efforts to make a Shaolin Monks 2, and they think it's not going to do as well as a fighting game, which everyone loves the fighting games already. But also, there's so many people that loved the Shaolin Monks game. Just imagine the peak of Batman Arkham games, right? But replace Batman and have Liu Kang, have Kung Lao, add Kung Jin in there. I don't care. Just give me a Shaolin Monks 2. Open world Shaolin Monks Mortal Kombat would be so hype. In the current day graphics, in the technology that we have, the game would sell like hotcakes. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks is one of the most beloved spin-offs in the franchise. A co-op beat 'em up. You and your homie, couch co-op, beating Shaolin Monks 2, or you and your homie across the globe, online co-op, beating up fools in HD, 4K, I don't even care what quality it is. Just give me a sequel, dude. You guys remember the fun you guys had when playing Shaolin Monks? Just imagine modern day graphics, modern day storytelling with Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks 2. It would be so sick! Now, we did get the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Unfortunately, Shaolin Monks was not on that collection. I'm hoping that they do a Shaolin Monks, like a DLC add-on for the Legacy Collection. That would be cool. Just something. As much as I would love it, a remaster, HD remake of Shaolin Monks, I would love a Shaolin Monks 2. It would do well. I know the game would do well. If you guys want to see a Shaolin Monks remaster or Shaolin Monks 2, put it in the comments. Let NetherRealm know that we want a sequel to this epic Shaolin Monks game. I could talk about Shaolin Monks all day, but we still got 2 more games on this list, so let's talk about the next game that NetherRealm could be making. At number 2, we got Injustice 3. The Injustice series proves that fans will devour a well-made superhero fighter. We love fighting games. We love superheroes. Combined it, you got a recipe for success. Injustice 1 and 2 were massive hits, praised for its story, characters, and cinematic flair. It was like I was watching Saturday morning superhero cartoons. Like, it was, and that's a good thing too, by the way. Don't get twisted. The cosmetics in the game were awesome. Like, the customization, you could make your character full on customizable. It was very rare that you would go online and face someone that had the exact same loadout as you. And a lot has changed in the DC universe since Injustice 2. To put in perspective, when Injustice 2 was around, I think maybe like 5 people on Earth knew who Peacemaker was. Fast forward to now, everyone knows who Peacemaker is. So the DC universe, the DC characters have expanded a lot since Injustice 2. They got plenty of characters to pick from the roster of the DC universe. They could come out with a fire roster for Injustice 3, and they could tie in some stuff for the James Gunn universe. They recently just released a full-on look at Jason Momoa as Lobo, so that could be a pretty cool promotion, cross promotion for Injustice 3. Have a Jason Momoa Lobo. We could have a John Cena Peacemaker. I mean, he did show up in Mortal Kombat 1 already, so they would be kind of double dipping. Injustice 3 could take the best parts of the first 2 games and push it even further. More characters, deeper story, and a blockbuster battle. But I have Injustice 3 high up on my list because NetherRealm has been known for going Mortal Kombat game into an Injustice game, into a Mortal Kombat game, into a Justice game. But recently, they did Mortal Kombat X, into Injustice 2, into Mortal Kombat 11, into Mortal Kombat 1. So they skipped Injustice and went to another Mortal Kombat game. So I feel like they broke the pattern already. We could get back to Injustice with this next NRS game release. But you might be saying, okay, that makes sense, Cage. I feel like Injustice 3 is long overdue, but why is Injustice 3 at your number 2 and not at your number 1? What's number 1? Coming in at number 1 is a game that probably would not surprise you guys. And honestly, this is probably my least wanted game if NetherRealm were to do another game. And that's Mortal Kombat 13 or Mortal Kombat 2. If we're renaming the whole game because Mortal Kombat 1 came out, what are they going to call the next one? Mortal Kombat 2? I don't know. See, the naming scheme alone sucks. I put this as the number 1 game that NetherRealm could be making next because this is their safest release. Mortal Kombat always sells well. Everyone knows Mortal Kombat. It's a household name. Netflix buying Warner Brothers, I feel like could throw a wrench into their whole operations, because Netflix all about that money. And what makes money over at Warner Brothers and NetherRealm? Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, the live action movie, 2021, did well. So Netflix being, can you do more Mortal Kombat? That's my only fear. Even though I don't want it, the safest thing that NetherRealm could do is another Mortal Kombat game. And if they do another Mortal Kombat game, I'll play it, of course. But I hope they really lock in and release a finished, all-around polished game. But those are the top 5 games I think could be NetherRealm's next release. My personal favorite on this list would have to be Justice, Horror Combat, Shaolin Monks, in no particular order. But let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think NetherRealm's next game could be? Whenever NetherRealm does release or tease their next game, I got you guys covered right here on the channel, so don't miss out. Subscribe and ring the bell icon so you guys get notified every time we upload a brand new video. My name is unCAGEDgamez, and you just got caged.